just baseline Dark Elves.
We must preserve this
Where are
world.
they? There we go. Yes. Okay, and this is what I'm doing. Standard campaign. Battle is standard. Even if this is hard, if Creative Assembly calls it standard, I'm assuming that's what they consider the baseline for the game. What they base balancing around and all that. So that's what I'll play at. If the AI gets bonuses at standard, to melee attack and defense, I'll just have to live with it. That was the main reason why I played on normal, because I don't like the idea of the AI getting bonuses. I could get a mod to get rid of them, but it's like, I don't want to play against the AI as if they have, you know, like if I have a unit of swordsmen and the AI has a unit of swordsmen, I prefer for them to be equally matched against each other rather than the AIs just being better than mine. Bit of stuff about the Dark Elves. For too long, the Dark Elves have squatted in their adoptive homeland of Nagaroth. It is time that Malekith brought the world under his dominion. From his capital Nagaron, the Witch King shall bring any rebellious dreadlords to heel, and then set about conquering the world. All beings Malekith's thralls, and something like that.
Dread Scourge Malekith.
Hello. Yeah. We're evil. So, start off with 5,000. That's the same as the dwarves. 1,345. I think that's about the same as the dwarves. Let's have a look. Our growth is 20. I think it was 10 for the dwarves. Growth is 10 for Nagaron. And it's an extra 10 for growth. Okay, so this is the same. 10 growth for the mainline building. Doesn't change. This is different. Well, I mean the 10 growth for that. Oh, this is different. Yep, no public order bonus for this. Cost 2,000, 4,000, 6,000, 9,000. Nowhere near as expensive as it is for the dwarves. For the dwarf, it's 20,000. That's interesting. 6,000, 1,000, 16,000, 12,000, 1,200, and it gives 150. 2,000, 4,000, 5,000, 2,500, 5,000, 10,000, 20,000 for the Temple of Cain, 20,000 for the Dragon Hatchery, 10,000, 5,000, 10,000, 20,000, 5,000, 20,000. It actually seems rather repetitive. Like, this is 5,000, this is 5,000, 5,000, 5,000. 10,000, 10,000, 10,000, 20,000, 20,000, 20,000, 20,000. So the cost is based more on the level rather than what building it is. Though these are a bit cheaper. 2,000 for the Messenger's Lodge House and 4,000 for that. 2,000. How much growth? 10 growth, 20 growth, 30 growth. 150, 200, 250. I think that's quite a bit less. I think that was like 500? I think it was like 200, 350, 500 or 400 or something. Public Order 1, Public Order 2, Public Order 4, plus 2 adjacent provinces. Income generated per 100 slaves in the province 3. I think that's quite a lot less. Income generated per 100 slaves in the province 5. Yeah, I think that was 10 before. Slave decline rate minus 5%. Slave public order penalty minus 30%. And Black Roads increases income generated per 100 slaves in the province by 2. So if you had 100 with both of these buildings, you would be getting 7 gold for every 100 slaves. Okay. Upgrade Nagarond. And how much does it cost to recruit our units? 9,000. not 900. 900. That's 550 less than the dwarves. Upkeep's also quite a bit less. Is that because of Malekith? 56 is really barely anything. Yeah, minus 50% upkeep. So 112 without that. I don't think upkeep has been changed. It's just recruitment cost. So there were 450 before. Now it's 900. 900, 1,500, 1,200. Okay. It's a lot more expensive. Get 2 of them. 1 of them. And there goes all my money. And we're getting that much per turn. How much does Malekith cost per turn? 460. That's not as much as Thorgrim, who is 600. Because the upkeep for Lords was changed. 180 upkeep for the Supreme Sorceress. 180, 180, 180, 180. 300 for the High Beastmaster. 340 for a Dreadlord Sword and Shield. Do we have a Dreadlord Sword and Crossbow? 340. Okay, so the base Dreadlords just cost the same upkeep, regardless of whether they're Sword or Crossbow or Sword and Shield. Okay. And recruit cost is, I believe, the same for all of them at 825.
Druki Conjurer.
Cool, cool. What did he say?
Unbridled power.
We're gonna have to get with our Cauldra up there. What's our public order? -3. That's the same as the dwarves. Yeah, of course. 1 because of characters. Actually, no, it's not the same because the dwarves had +1 because of the lack of grudges. But they didn't get 1 because of their character. Or is that's because of the sorceress?
Dark sorceress.
I think it's because of the sorceress. Okay, we'll put Nagaron to getting the additional slaves, even though it doesn't matter because we've only got 1 province. That increases income for slaves by +5%, but since it's like 5 per 100, that's not too much.
Relics come forth.
Okay. Yep. We can't see how much that is because we haven't performed the ritual, and we'll end turn. Will I play Rune Classic someday? Probably. Maybe. We'll see. Would like to look at the game. Well, I can't give a definite time when I'll do that. I'd like to keep my streaming schedule flexible. Okay, recruited a few more units. How can you go into... Oh, don't need to. Got there, Malekith. And... get that. Ow. Yeah, just get that. And we're going to have to deal with, Pan Septic there. Can we trade with anyone?
Do not waste your last breath begging.
Druki
No.
nobility, you try my patience.
Not aggression pact. Nah.
Dreadlord,
Caron Carr.
welcome to the Black Court.
Nope.
What? You try my
Clark Arond.
patience. Do you wish death?
You're willing to consider trade. Nah.
Mercy.
Oh, we can also see Haggrave.
This is no place for the weak. But still you come.
Do you say anything unique?
I only deal in two.
I don't
Who
think you
seeks
do.
my audience.
And
I command.
Argoneth.
Make haste. I have rights to lead.
Okay.
Fear the cold.
End turn. Do it tomorrow. Oh, right, we can see Melos. That's weird being able to see all the way over the other side of the map like that. Okay. I suppose go attack Cauldra.
Spreading misery.
Because there's Skaven there. And we need to get rid of them.
Destroy them.
Oh, it's going to be easy, apparently. Let's wipe out this vermin nuisance.
Cookie. Bloody slaughter.
It's an outside battle? No, it should be underground, shouldn't it? Because we're attacking Skaven. It's a very forested underground area, if so. Okay, let's organize our army. They don't have walls, so they don't have anything that scary. You can position yourselves there.
Blackguards.
I don't know. There.
Malekith.
Dark sorceress.
And you there.
Chariots.
Fear me.
Okay, that and that. Yeah.
Malekith.
We're gonna have to move it up on the battlefield. Oh, and it's this map. Sure, right, that makes sense. Okay, start deployment. Start battle.
Druki, forward.
Arch up. Have I seen the pictures of Dreadcrate Water on the Discord? Have I? Yeah, I have. They're very impressive. Not only that, the pictures of the
Dread spears.
Galloper guns. Oh,
Forward.
I didn't even think they could do something like that.
Blood will flow.
Galloper guns, artillery,
Merciless hosts.
actually pulled by horses, which you can unlimber during battle,
Blood for Cain.
and then limber again at some point, like in Empire Total War. That's pretty cool. Very interesting for very interesting for the likes of
Bolt throwers. We are ready.
the Talia Astalia Border Princess, because
The merciless
one of the
hosts.
units they have is light.
Murder awaits. Forward.
One of the units they have is
Dark end.
sorry, I'm having to focus on the battle at the same time. Is
Onward.
light artillery, and the idea is that it's easy and fast to move around the battlefield. Choink!
Bolt throwers. Bleak swords.
All powerful.
Go over here.
Eager for
Now, I would like if you stopped spawning units on my army. That would be great. Thanks.
Sorceress of blood!
pull back!
What are you fleeing? Cowards!
Aria Saria!
Malekith.
Swing!
Slaughter.
Bolt throwers!
Go over there.
Malekith.
Servant of Hecate!
Pull back! Chariots!
Sorceress of
Oh,
blood!
that means we're also playing without
Of Cain.
Battle ready!
we're also playing without what's it called?
Look, murder awaits!
Permanent summons. So the Skaven will be
Bloody murder!
vanishing.
Onward!
Blood will flow!
Senlu! Sorceress of blood!
Chariots!
Striking out!
Now you got to get it. He says as his armies crumble around him.
Sister of the dark husband!
Dark elves! Glorious destruction!
Warrior!
My pain! Death is coming!
Just got hit by a fireball. How are you not fleeing?
Dark elves! Dark shards! Bleak swords!
I'm moving out. No mercy.
Ah. Swing! Hit my own unit a bit there, but
Eager for blood!
Merciless warriors! Make them bleed! Bolt throwers! Battle ready! Dark shards!
Sorceress of blood!
he's shattered. Good. Malekith, get back here.
Eager for battle!
Okay.
Druki!
Well, we won that. We took a lot of casualties.
Dark shards! Advancing!
Did I have much higher? Melee attack 12, 12. 12, 12. 12, 12. Night Runners 22, 26. 14, 26. I'm going to just write this down. Just to see afterwards whether it has changed. Okay. Let me just write down all the stats. Okay, so 0. $18 to 5. Okay. End battle. Pyrrhic victory. Doesn't matter. We won. Would have gone better if my chariots didn't get bogged down. Bah. But yeah, it's also on the pictures. There's the Drakequake water, there's the Galapagons, which look great. There's a called Hellbrass, who looks fabulous. There's these rainbow colors and flowers and all that growing all around him. The modding stuff just keeps getting more and more impressive every time.
Victory is
Oh, I didn't see the loot we got. Poop. Money! Infinite money!
search it, then burn it.
And we could get slaves. I gotta loot and occupy, so we get some slaves.
My cruelty knows no.
So we have How many slaves? Slaves are causing -6 public order. We have 387. That means we should be getting...
There's destruction everywhere.
Can we get a breakdown of how much the slaves are... income is generating? Income increase, 64.5%. Current slaves, 387. Maximum is 600. So that's a lot less.
Death Knight is upon us.
Can we increase that with buildings? No. So yeah, the maximum slaves you can get is a lot less than it used to be. Get Arcaldra, the Dark Elf Manors. Okay. Yeah, get some Black Ark Corsairs. Enter.
My power grows.
Drathella, you can get... Spread public order. We're going to be needing that. Whoa! +2 for characters, +7 for military presence. Provincial instability is -9. Taxes is -4. Corruption is -3. Slaves is -3.
Speak.
It's lovely. It's fantastic. You have the Armor of Midnight? No, you don't. We just got the quest for it. Archer. Dreaded Slaver. That increases the amount of casualties we get after a battle. Elven Healing. Yeah, right.
King of the Druki.
We might just have to sit here for a bit and wait for the public order to get better.
There is growing unrest.
Let's get torture posts. +1 public order. It's really kind of difficult playing as the Dark Elves. Public order is a bigger issue. This Skaven corruption is causing huge problems. We have to get rid of Altar of Ultimate Darkness and Rakdo Gorge, because I believe they're in all 3 of these areas.
Malekith.
I'm going to send you down here.
My dark
I'm
heart
pretty sure they're in Altar of Ultimate Darkness.
No, not for us.
Enter. Let me just have a look at the proving ground thing. Slaves. Slave economy rebalanced. It grows quicker and it drops faster. Dark Elf slave capacity of settlements is reduced. Dark Elf slave public order penalty is reduced. Adjusted direct income from slaves, removed most slave percentage modifiers, and reduced slave decline reduction effects. Okay, so I suppose that means it's harder to keep large amounts of slaves alive. Ooh. Well, there goes my public order issues. Evil Choir Master. The Adagio will quite literally tear your heart out. Public order +6 local province. Get choose or die, and we'll go to Founded on Tyranny. I don't think any of the researchers have changed.
I am the Witch King,
I am going to send you to here.
ever vengeful.
My dark heart.
Have a look at the Altar of Darkness, Ultimate Darkness. I'm pretty sure Skaven are there.
I am
Yep.
triumphant. Nagaroth is sorceress.
Fireball.
Cowardly rodents. I hate them.
Cowardly rodents.
No,
I hate them.
blame you.
Lord of the Black
I hate them. I hate them. I hate them. Go into ambush stats. Waving his sword around. Okay. End battle. End turn. Not the battle. The battle has just begun. Oh. Red Cloud tribe. Were they always called Red Cloud? I thought they were called Pig Barter.
Pestilential bodies high.
Peace treaty?
Dookie things make poor prey. We stopped killing them now.
No.
You think no, you better than me? We will see thee.
Oathscaven. She hates too much. Hate this. Hate that. Hate everything. They foiled my ambush. Curses. Foiled again.
Entertainment.
Go and deal with the Altar of Ultimate Darkness. Auto resolve. Occupy. We really don't need more public order issues.
See the Skaven twitch.
I am going to get Iron Disciplinarian, I suppose. I mean, it's kind of a temporary fix. I'm just gonna have a rebellion. Because we've expanded too quickly, is the problem, I think, really. It's a problem of my own making. Recruit an army in here. Do we have any laws which would, give public order bonuses? Confident. That's 4 leadership. Spiteful. Fleet-footed. Vicious. Master. Tough. Malicious. That's actually quite tempting now, the Cult of Cain. Minus 40% construction cost. Because they're so expensive now. I'll get you. Sitilla.
Dreadlord, awaiting command.
Hey, you're pretty loyal. Get you, and you.
The people are displeased.
Oh, really?
Cruel Dreadlord.
Drookie conjurer.
Okay, you're going to go... Well, we know the Skaven and Rakdo Gorge.
All shall be mine.
Oh, we get an organ merchant. I'm going to actually give that to Malekith. I believe there's... I remember... Oh. Hello, Helleborn. What do you want? Military access.
We can revel in twice the suffering if we work together.
I suppose.
What choice did you have, weak as you are?
Murdress. Murdredessa. The very on-the-nose name there. What was I going to say? Oh yeah, I remember ages ago reading a thread someone posted about a whole bunch of the followers and ancillaries which you can give lords, which give bonuses to like province income and like trade income and all that, which you can give to your heroes. Don't actually have an effect when you give them to your heroes. They're more for your lords. I don't know how much that is true still, but it always concerned me a little bit. Because I can't tell. I haven't looked at it close enough to really be able to tell whether, you know, my trade follower is actually improving my trade.
Cease your provocations.
Okay. Enter. It would be very tricky to figure out, because with some of them, especially trade, I feel like it would change constantly every turn. have to really sort of pay attention and try and figure all of the different elements which are affecting it and tick them all off to make sure that the character you're getting is affecting you in the way it's supposed to be. Okay, go to Rachno Gorge. Or Skaven. Occupy Rebellion. Get an enchanted shield. Secure the province. I am going to get... demand highborn hostages. And you can get bleak swords. And the rebellion is probably going to pop up at the Altar of Darkness, Ultimate Darkness, because that's where nobody is. You can get Flaming Sword of Rune, Malekith. You can get Public Order +2. Enter. Where's that rebellion? Naggarond. Well, we can deal with that. Alabron, what do you want? Trade agreement. Yes. And you're paying me for it too. We get to see Merge Redessa. I'm actually going to... Go. Aggrave. Off. Off. Fastest. Fastest. There we go. It just means even if I haven't clicked this, we won't have the camera zoom all the way over here to look at what's going on here. I don't really care. We do actually have a military alliance with them, which is deteriorating. Anyway. Okay, rebellion. How powerful are you? Unhappy populace. Oh, lovely. Just what we need.
This will fail. No. Yes.
How far can you move?
You waste my time. Druki.
I'm gonna move you to here. You can...
What is this foolishness? The goddess forbids it.
Naggarond has a pretty good garrison, so I'm not too concerned about losing it to that army. Do own the entire province now. Public order is stabilizing because they're all leaving for the rebellion. I think we just need more money. Get an artisan's house. And Malekith. There's still a Skaven army around here somewhere. There might be in Troktak Mountain or Temple of Cain. Characters. Events. But Skaven corruption in our province is going down to 0. Yeah, there's actually a small patch of attrition there. Crossing mountain passes. Okay, just that specific area there is a mountain pass. Bad? Chaos corruption. I don't really want to get the Temple of Cain right now. I'm kind of happy with what we've got for the moment. Move here. Lay an ambush. We can get exploit feuds for +1 public order. And hopefully this rebellious army doesn't come and attack my army. I don't think they tend to. I think they mostly focus on attacking the settlement they spawned from, but watch the game prove me wrong whenever I make a statement like that. We can't forget Norskins up there either.
I must always be ready.
Oh. Sitilla gets an evil choir master as well.
Dark
Lovely.
servant, do not cease.
You can't actually get into Nagaron from where you are, but you can get within range of its garrison, so I'm going to move you there anyway.
Fools.
And it's now got Cold One chariots and all that in it. Lovely.
King Malekith. Very well.
I actually don't know whether I should have done that. Because that's going to draw the garrison out. Whatever.
People grow restless.
Skaven have probably gone away.
Rest.
Yep. Hey, hi, Grace.
Tiresome things die here.
Beauty is nothing without strength.
Do. Malekith is just marching along. I own all this territory. You can't tell me not to go here. Okay, let's get Artisan's house. And only 2 more turns until we can get level 3 settlement. 3,600 it costs. Slaves are decreasing. I think we've gone down by about 100 slaves since I recruited them. Oh, yes, since I recruited the slaves. Since I captured the slaves. Oh, man. Recruiting slave? Welch. Okay. Old one night. Old one night. Shades. I mean, it's not necessarily better than ours.
For Nagaroth, for victory!
Okay, let's fight this. And hope I win. I could have actually just baited them with Scintilla, and then, win or lose, they would be further away from my settlement and injured. Slightly. So Malekith would have been able to go into the settlement and deal with them then. Oh, well, whatever. Hey, where are my recruitment reinforcements coming from? Over here! You can go there. You can go there. And you can go there. I mean, she's a capable lord, isn't she? Ugh.
We understand. It is done. We understand. As you say. Following orders. Bleak swords. Terror and death. Nagarothi. Merciless warriors. Druki, forward. We are ready.
Go over there.
Destruction.
Are they actually hiding in the forest?
Bringer of death.
Blackguards.
The cowards, the fools.
To destruction. We are ready. Without question. Druki. Dark shards. Orders understood.
Oh no.
The merciless host. Murder awaits. Dark shards.
March up.
Onwards.
Cold ones.
And you there. They're anti-large. Good, good.
Bolt throwers.
Position yourselves here.
Suffering for
Just
all.
turn around, start firing.
Bleak swords! Advancing! Moving out! Advance, Druki!
Go over there.
Dark shards!
Turn.
Onwards to murder! Dark elves! Forward! Nagorothi! Forward! Kill them! Terror and death! Murder awaits! Cold ones! Suffering for all!
I would prefer if you didn't attack just the
Slash! Kill!
harpies. They're not the biggest threat here.
Everything!
Dark purpose!
Druki!
You win easily against Dark Riders, even with the enfeebling foe.
Slash! Kill!
Nah, nah. You can't move.
Dark shards! Nagorothi! Advance, Druki! By Drakira! Bleak swords! Going! Battle calls! Slay them! Blood for Cain! Bolt throwers! We are ready! Dealers in death! Kill them! Battle ready! Death is coming! End them!
You'll deal with them pretty easily. Oh, yeah.
Time to go! Blackguards! Moving out! Look out! It's on fire! Death! The merciless host!
Where's our lord? Surrounded by harpies.
Eager for battle! Attack! We are ready! Cold one! Advancing!
Cutting it perhaps a little fine there, but those bolts going just over my guys' heads.
Battle ready! Move back!
The what? Oh, hello.
Dark shards!
Surprise harpies.
Merciless warriors!
Ow.
Advancing! Kill everything! Cold one! The merciless host! Cold one! Dark shards!
Just kind of sounds like he's talking about beer constantly.
Cold-blooded killers! Carnage awaits! End them! Onwards to murder! Dark shards!
Are the Cold War chariots going to be doing anything, or are they just going to be shooting?
I am wasted here!
Can't move.
I won't die here!
You probably are, because I just paralyzed you. I mean, I could have paralyzed something a bit more useful, I suppose, but nah. Oh, there they go.
My blade hungers! Dark elves! Hack, cut!
There we go. That wasn't too bad. We actually won this one. Stab. Chomp.
Our allies are cowards!
Okay. Close victory. Not really, but yeah. We dealt a nice amount of casualties to the infantry. Perhaps with unit recruitment being so much more expensive, rebellions are going to have to be looked at, because it takes, I think, 4 turns. Including the turn the rebellion first appears for them to get a full
I
stack.
do not need them.
Wow. 2,550.
Weakness has no place here.
Or we can murder them, or we can enslave them.
Let them go.
I gotta ransom them. Because 2,050 is a nice amount. Yoink. We get a bodyguard. There are always those in need of protection from the machinations of their enemies. Or indeed their friends.
Dreadlord, awaiting command.
Go in, Nagarond.
Feared warrior.
You can get Route Marcher. Yeah. And we've got that damned event which is causing public order issues. I'm going to send you back to Rakdo Gorge. That Skaven army is probably going to be coming up again to sneak attack it or something. And I am going to upgrade... Rakdo Gorge.
Favored of the Witch King.
You can get... I can get 1 unit of Black Ark Corsairs. Or 2 units of these. Well, 1 unit, actually. My math failed me. Get the,
Black-hearted Dreadlord.
crossbows.
Northmen come.
Marauder's loot bag. What's this? You have to have somewhere to stash those ill-gotten gains. In the absence of enormous breaches, a bag made from animal hide is usually sufficient. Plus 10% speed, income from raiding plus 10%. I don't know if I've seen that item before. Okay, and I'm thinking that I'll actually split these 2 campaigns up into 2 videos. Like 130 each. You know, people enjoy watching shorter videos. I just upload my streams. Whatever. Strict. Regimes cannot be maintained without strict discipline. Can we just deal with you? We can. Thank you.
He will rise again.
Put them in chains.
Yeah, just ransom them again.
Violent.
That might need to be looked at.
Merciless one.
Ransoming gives a, or you know, ransoming or returning the units gives a lot of money. Like for the dwarves, it was a lot more than either of the other 2 benefits. Plus 5 leadership, or a bit of casualty replenishment. Like 1,000 money, what with things being so much more expensive now, is much more valuable. That might be the plan, because I believe factions dislike you releasing the captives or selling them like that, so ransoming them, so that could cause more tensions. I am going to give you the burning head. Why is your head not burning?
The people are displeased.
Master. That's a new hero, which was added with, yeah, the Malice Darkblade. Shadow and the Blade DLC. Was it added? Scourge Runner Chariot. I haven't played with yet. Also, a Bloodrack Shrine and Bloodrack Medusa. And yeah, I think the only other thing was the Master. The Master, Bloodrack Medusa, the Shrine, Scourge Runner Chariot, I think. Yeah. Oh, no. I don't have the mod which gives the executioners the pointy helmets instead of the stupid skull masks. It's all ruined. Whatever. We're just gonna have to put up with it. Humph. I'm fine, I'm fine. Plus 19 for characters now. Those Choir Masters are really good. They might need to be changed a bit. Plus 6 public order. Wasn't enough to prevent that rebellion. But, considering the other changes to public order, that might need to be changed. That is a lot regardless. Even in the base game, plus 6 public order is a lot. Considering that you can put 3 levels into Iron Disciplinarian to get plus 3. Getting a follower which gives plus 6 is it's twice as good as this, and you don't have to spend any skill points. It does take up a slot for the Lord, but got 2 of them. That's plus 12 right there. Makes me feel a bit silly for spending the points in the Iron Disciplinarian now, because that's... Anyway. I mean, let's see. Plus 6. That covers the slave penalty, because that was minus 6. So in that way, it balances out. You need... if you have one, it cancels the other out. But then we got 2. Are they as easy to get as that? Or did I just get really lucky?
Cease your provocations.
Get halls of mustering.
King Malekith.
And... I don't know.
Speak. Speak quickly. Do you wish to die?
Grafe. Don't want to trade us.
It's
a sad day.
Before the Black Court. Black arts.
Hey, Grond.
Cruel and deadly. Mercy.
Nothing. Oh, it's a naval aggressor? I suppose it'd have to be to start on here. Okay. End turn. And trying to fly through the turns a bit faster than normal. A bit faster than with the dwarves. Oh, hello. What do you want, Clarkarond? You declare war on me. I will have your heads, foolish fools. Malekith brooks no insubordination. You will be made an example of. This is where I wish I could put a more gravelly voice on. I can't. I mean, you've only got Hag Grafe, don't you? Oh, no, you don't. No, you've got all this. Are you fighting against Clan Rictus?
Little time before I kill you.
No, you're actually trading with them. Traitors! What are you doing? Trading with the Skaven. They don't have anything of value. Are you trading, like, Dark Elf goods for rat droppings? Is this in our territory? It is. Okay, march down to here. Recruit! What have you got in here? Your garrison is Bleak Swords, Dread Spears, and Dark Shards.
Definitely not.
I don't know what the rest of your army is. Just get some
Hateful
swords.
bidding.
Okay.
Dreadlord, awaiting
End turn.
command.
We shall march down and take Aggrave, it's called. Exiles in the Heck declare war on the Man-Blight tribe. Sadly, without any mods, they're not led by Torx the Crossbow.
Your destruction will bring me untold pleasure.
Hello, Skittis. Peace treaty.
You have plenty Skaven slaves now. Stop this fight, scrapping.
Yes, I have bigger fish to fry. Peace for now. Just so I don't have to worry about Skaven armies coming and taking my provinces. But we'll get rid of them. Exploit feuds. Your lead.
Of cruelty.
Loyalty is dropping.
Tower. On my way. Glorious carnage.
You're level 4. You're level 3. So it's not that which is the problem.
King
Wait.
of the Druki.
Oh, you're in Templar Cain province now.
What?
Okay. Yeah. Recruit another unit of
Druki servant.
you lot.
No. Dread
By
commander.
Sigmar, no!
What violent delights.
There we go. And we can get... business is... battle is business. Wah! Where is Krell? He's, somewhere. Off in the old world. This is the, new world. Agarond. Where Dark Elves are beating up each other. Because they hate everything. Including each other. Especially each other. Oh, Cloud Septic past the plague thingy. A brutal business. Well, plus 20 weapon damage is pretty nice.
Dark servant. Foolish request. Yes.
I'm gonna send you over to here.
Power awaits me.
And Malekith, go make an example of this proud fool. They have a lot of spears. We have a lot of swords. Swords are better in melee than spears. They also have the bonus plus 20. Because it just affects everyone. They have a master. Yeah. Okay.
Merciless host.
It's actually giving them a benefit? You wish Marathi had a dragon mount? She has Sulafet. Which I think was her only mount on the tabletop. The, Dark Unicorn, is it? Make her more of a... make her scarier. Dark Pegasus gives her a lot of maneuverability, though, which is nice for a spellcaster. But I can understand making her more of a melee terror. Okay, start deployment.
Cold-blooded killers.
Position that there. Should be possible to make a mod to give her a dragon mount. I think there's the animations for it. Blackheart Call says you can go hide in the forest.
Nagarothi.
Dark Shards. Go over there.
Dark elves.
Go there.
Chariots.
Go there.
Servant of Hakazi.
Malekith, go there.
Sister of the Dark Convent.
You go there. Actually, you go here.
Battle ready.
You guys, go back here because you're going to protect my back line.
Malekith.
Okay.
I lust for slaughter.
Well, good to know, Malekith. Keep it in your armor. Sorry. I do like how dense the forests are in Naggarond. I know it makes it difficult to see. And that's very dark. But I don't know. It looks very pretty. And more believable. Anyway. Malekith, go over there. Sitilla, over there. Back them up.
Eager for battle. To destruction.
You can go there. You can go there.
Sorceress of Grond, my power is yours.
I'm actually tempted to charge up and attack them. Yeah.
Carnage falls. Malekith.
Position yourselves here. So these trees aren't in the way of my,
Bolt throwers.
yeah, my bolt thrower.
Chariots.
I also kind of feel perhaps maybe forests should block view behind them. Like, you shouldn't be able to see units behind a forest. That would make them a bit more useful. I think that was how it worked on the tabletop. If you had a forest, you couldn't see units which were over behind them, even if they weren't in the forest, because the forest is blocking the line of sight. Does that work?
On forward.
If I put them over here... No, I mean, I can see through them, so the AI would be able to see through them. So... This is Dark Pegasus, but it's not a dragon. Yeah, yeah. Well, yeah, I understand. A dragon is pretty cool. There's here the horn, it's just like... I do like the simple design for the Dark Elves armor. The red looks really nice. I kind of like it more than our purple. But purple looks really nice too.
All shall tremble.
Malekith enjoys a quiet walk through the forest.
Advancing.
At the head of an army. This is... See? I just think like the forest, the dense forest makes it look really nice. Malekith also just has a really, really nicely made model. I like the face mask they have for him. I remember in Warhammer Online, Malekith looks pretty much exactly the same, except he had no face mask. It was instead just shadow, and he had two glowy eyes. Which looked neat on its own, but in the game it didn't really work too well because the graphics were a little bit too simple to pull it off.
Sorceress of Grond.
Oh, hello. Help! Shades out of nowhere.
Sorceress of Grond. Swift.
How far do you have to be? Oh, you have to be really close. If I could just cast this on that blob. Oh, that blob. It's calling to me. Hitting it with my artillery is good enough.
Follow the winds.
And carnage awaits.
They're running away from my sorceress. Help! No! There's a near-nude lady chanting at us. What do we do? Flee, you fools. Okay. Go back.
On to murder.
Sneaky shades weren't so sneaky. I like their red capes too. The red is slightly less vivid on them than it is on the infantry, so... It's more of a... Well, it's a darker red, which works quite well.
We are ready.
Hey,
Forward!
pull back a bit.
We are ready!
Eager for blood!
Oh boy. Here they come.
Dealers in death! Bleak swords! Advancing!
Visions of destruction.
I crave battle.
Swing! Oh yeah, we are. Yeah, you better believe it.
Dealers in death! Bleak swords! Battle ready! Brookie! Going!
Sorceress of Grond!
Lord of Nagara.
Cold-blooded killers! Corsair handbows!
Right.
Back! Onward!
Who's fleeing?
I am ready. Kada!
Nagarothi! Without question! Make them bleed! With pleasure! Dark shards! To destruction! Kill everything!
Sorceress of Grond!
Bleak swords! Black guards! Without question, Taruki! Advancing! It is done! Nagarothi! Attack!
Charge them.
Dark sorceress!
The Witch King.
Pull back! Onward! On to slaughter!
Fall back!
Moving out! Go onward! Without question!
Sorceress of Grond! Ready! Come, Malekith!
Up! That nearly curved terribly.
Adruki! Forward! Advance! Druki! Bleak swords! No mercy! Attack! We are ready!
Malekith comes. Suffering for all.
Your life means nothing to me. Oh wow. Did Cecilia die?
Bleak swords! Druki!
Did she really? Oh, no, she didn't. I was gonna say, did she really, like, flee from a, master?
Battle calls!
Ha! Got!
Damn it!
Hear my words. I'd have the weight.
Nagarothi!
Spreading misery.
The merciless host! With pleasure! Pull back! Eager for battle! Advancing! No mercy! Bleak swords! Battle walls! Onwards to murder! Moving out! Dark shards! Carnage awaits!
Dark purpose! Sorceress of Grond!
The merciless host! Orders understood!
Sorceress of Grond!
Come on, deal with him.
Destroy.
God, he's broken.
Battle ready! Dark shards! Our allies' weakness! Cold-blooded killers! Carnage awaits! For the king! Following orders!
That's a pretty nice slaughter ground there.
Corsair handbows! To destruction! Murder awaits!
It is fun playing as the Dark Elves. The music is really, really nice. It just really gets you in the mood for slaughtering huge amounts of whatever you're fighting.
No survivors.
And watching and weeping as your Blackguard of Naggarond just take all the crossbow bolts because they've got no shields.
Purveyor of cruelty.
And they're a prime target for the AI.
Allies flee. Carnage awaits.
Forward!
Look at all this death. Ah. Malekith is appropriately coated head to toe in blood. Does look a little silly. And battle. Pyrrhic victory. But we won. Oh, some mods. Mount. Mortis engine mounts. And Skaven legendary lord mounts. Interesting. The Mortis engine as a mount makes sense. I don't think they were mounts in the tabletop, were they? Do I have Mortis engines in my rulebook here? I have to have a look at it. Let us see. If it was a mount, it was probably only for a necromancer. Nightmare and Corpse Cart. Vampire. Nightmare and Hellsteed. White King. Skeletal Steed and with Barding. Character mounts. Oh, that's a hero necromancer. What about a lord necromancer? Oh, vampire lord. Oh, there isn't a lord level necromancer. Nope. Do I even have those in here? I think I do. Black coach. No, no, I don't. That would explain it.
Free the feeble wretches.
Enslave them.
Yes! More power! More!
On my way.
It was kind of an annoying thing on the tabletop where you'd be playing a... While you'd be playing a faction, they would release updates. No. They'd release the rulebook first, and that would include some of the units, but then later on more of the units would come along, but they wouldn't be included in the rulebook. So... I'm pretty sure the,
Most cruel.
I'm pretty sure the, what's it called? The Mortis engine was added in the 7th edition, but when the rulebook was released, it wasn't there. Watcher Post, Dark Elf Manor.
Never.
Okay.
Noble of Naggaroth.
Because we're not sieging them,
Crushing victory.
they're going to have a turn to replenish their losses.
The true king.
That is annoying. Can I do anything about that? Sacrifice to a 30. Not really.
Dread Commander.
I retreat with you, replenish my forces.
No.
I am the Witch King. Malekith, King of Naggaroth.
Well, I tried to Confederate Marathi. Possibly. I don't think we'll get that far. This is really just checking out the,
Favored of
This
the
is
Witch
really
King.
just checking out the beta. I don't expect these campaigns to really go too far.
Very well.
Do not cease.
So, I usually try to confederate all the legendary lords into my faction. But at the moment, really just focusing on what's going on over here at the moment. Okay, entered.
Undefeatable!
Grond makes peace with Harganeth. Hagrave performs a sacrifice to Mathlan. Exiles of Nehek declare war on Clar Carond. They're now being attacked on two fronts. By us, and by Spooky Skeleton. Grond being attacked by...
Feel the power.
the garrison. Yeah, replenished. Yeah. But not
Relent.
completely, I don't
Now.
think.
Cruel dreadlord.
You can go to
Establish a
Nagarond.
garrison.
I suppose.
You can go to here. And
I shall enjoy
channel.
this.
Channeling just enables replenishment. Okay. Get the Burning Head level 2. And
All bow before the Witch King.
so expensive. Do I get 1 unit of Dark Shards?
Dreadlord, awaiting command. Hateful bidding.
I kind of feel like I might give Malekith most of your units because he can make better
What
use of
lies
them because
ahead?
he's got a... What's it called?
Next,
Reduced upkeep for
destruction.
them.
Druki.
So that actually makes more sense to have them in his army. Because I don't have to pay as much. Dark Shards are great. They are. Especially the ones with shields. They fire like 2 bolts in each volley. Oh man. And they're armor piercing. Really good. Skaven to trespassing. Untrustworthy wretches. Deadwood Sentinels declare peace with the Aghole.
I'll turn the snow red, heir of Anarium. I will allow
Oh, that actually does increase replenishment.
Dark servant. Nagaroth nobility.
You hop out.
your king.
Malekith, go home. And you, yeah, get Dark Elf manners. Again, and get Crafting District. For the money. How are we going for time? Fine. Okay, we might do another turn or two. I want to get rid of this, settlement down here. So we are seeing the effects of the, more expensive units. I'm not able to recruit an army as much, and recruiting units, especially Dark Shards. And the Dark Shards with shields cost even more. An extra 150. It's really expensive. And Black Ark Corsairs too. Jeez, 1,500 each. So, that is a hefty price to pay for them.
King of the Druki.
I'm going to get Chillwind.
We will make you comfortable.
And 2 more turns until this. 3,400. Get another Artisan's Lodge. And continuous slave supply. Plus 5% income from ports. You do like the changes to cost, it makes the early units more important and all that. Yeah, the changes to growth too also means you're going to be using the early units more often. And I think it also is to sort of slow down the enemy getting more powerful units. So you're not going to end up with, like, armies of great swords and so on too quickly. Which is nice. Degenerate kettle drummer. Cruelty and excess have a certain rhythm. Another one, +2 public order. That's more reasonable, but you just don't really need to spend any points in public order for the Dark Elves. You get so many characters based on it.
With noble purpose.
I'm glad you didn't actually lose too much loyalty from me removing your army like that. What else? Oh, hello.
Bloodthirsty killers, and you seek to rule them.
Defensive Alliance. You're at war with Deadwood Sentinels. Fine, whatever. One of the things which I dislike seeing in particular in AI army composition is the AI's habit of building armies as the dwarves, where they end up recruiting longbeards instead of dwarf warriors, because, well, the longbeards is like, they are sort of a straight upgrade to the dwarf warriors, but I always view them as more of a unit you get to back up the dwarf warriors because they have encourage and so on. So I don't like seeing armies of them. Also because they're just stubborn. Can you destroy walls? No, you can't.
Come, join us.
Well, we could get a hero. A master. They stimulate growth. Oh, they damage walls too. Okay, good. Get spiteful. Kalek.
Bastard Rookie.
Malekith, King of Nagaroth.
Okay. What's our income? 4,116. Army upkeep is 3,000.
Noble of Nagaroth.
Fine, fine.
Speak.
You're pretty much fine at the moment.
My cruelty
So I'll move you
knows no
there.
limits.
And I could probably confederate Alabrons easily.
Pain abhors
Eh.
diplomacy. Unless it leads to war.
Not at the moment.
Noble of
Can we
you are
trade with you?
welcome here,
No.
But do not think.
Hello.
Your petty plights do not interest me.
Man, I barely ever talk to you.
Careful what you desire, stranger. You have no idea what waits in the desert.
Great voice acting.
These rookies seem more savage than I.
Lord of the Tower.
Right. Well,
Bastard Rookie.
what's this? Turn 21. Let's end another turn. And we'll see what happens. And we'll probably call it there. We won't end up attacking a grave. Because, well... Oh, there's a rebellion. Sure, we can deal with that for our ally.
Diplomacy is so tedious. I would sooner skin you than hear your drivel.
What do you want? Oh, now you want peace. After we beat you into submission. Our wealth knows no bounds. And demand more money to placate me. Nope. I know I asked too much there. Yeah. Okay, but... So, let's see. Growth-wise... We're up to level 3 now, I think it's available. Yeah, level 3 is available, but we don't have the money for it.
Master of
You'd sort of have to just have the one army if you wanted to get up to level 3. I turn 22. This is nice though. Having the stonemason's workshop, construction costs minus 20% when you get up to level 3. That puts it down to, I think, about what it was before outside of the beta. The cost, though, is not so much for the main settlement here. I mean, this is rather tame compared to the dwarves who are paying 20,000 for their level 5 settlement. There's also these buildings, though, which cost 20,000 each. 17,000 was the stone quarry, marble quarry we've got. The slave...
Family of mine.
The slave system. Nagarond has... Oh, what's the maximum amount of slaves here? 1,600. Okay, so each settlement here can actually store more slaves. Because it was like 300 or something when I think we owned Nagarond and Harkeldra. So does it go up for every rank of building we get? Possibly.
I hate snow.
Thank you, Malekith. But yeah, they're generating less income also now. Income increased 33.1%. Public order is -3. But it was -6 before. Maybe the percentage went down because we have a larger maximum? I suppose that would work. So it was like -6 when we only had like 500 cap and we had 300. But as we got more room... Yeah, okay. So it's best to like claim the entire province before you get slaves. Because otherwise you'll have public order issues like I did. This is probably nothing new. I'm just having to... I'm just explaining... I'm just sorting out the slave system. The main change for slaves was that their income, how much they generate, is less. I think it was like 5 per 100 is what they changed it to. Well, it grows quicker and it drops faster. What they said. And looking at the buildings, decline per turn is 3%. And from here, income generated per 100 slaves in the province is 3. Income generated per 100 slaves in the province is 5. That's on top of, I suppose, the income increase, which is 33.1, or 505. Can I actually see how much slaves are generating me income? Vassals, other. Is it under other? I suppose it is. So it's generating, if it's under other, it's generating about 1,022. But that's gone up. And slaves would have gone down. Maybe it's just bundling it under taxes. Eh, whatever. So, anyway. It reduces faster. Oh, here we go. Duh. Income, 367, with 505 slaves. 31% capacity, declining at 3% per turn. Income is 1,478. That's the settlement income. Public order is 100. Yep. Okay. We could increase that. as normal. Sacrifices to Cain. No, that just you can decline slow the decline rate by 10%. Is that 10% of 3%? And of course there's a rights where you can get 100 plus 100 income for slaves. That's the same. Plus 50% decline rate. So, yes. Okay. I think it just means that you won't be able to make stupid amounts of money from slaves, which was rather easy. Growth is slower. Public order is harder to get a hold on. Which is why I was saying the Dark Choir Masters are probably a little bit too powerful considering the changes that have been made. That gives 10, 20, 30. That's better than the Dwarves. I think the Dwarves have much slower. I think they go up to 30. It's like... What was it? It's like 5, 10, 15, 20... Or 10, 20... 10, 15, 20, 25, 30 or something like that. And you only have 10 growth on your main building. It doesn't increase with level. The fact that Nagarond is a port actually helps it because it gets an extra 10 growth at the beginning. Yeah. Okay. Anyway. You have to focus a bit more on having an economy, because your units cost so much more to recruit per turn. Though the upkeep hasn't changed for them. Let's save. And I'll cease my mindless yakking here. That's only a brief look at Dwarves and Dark Elves. It's not as complete as some other people are going to do, because I can't keep all the numbers in my head. But it's interesting. It's interesting to see the Dwarves sort of being slower to grow. And though we didn't get too much of a vision of it, we certainly we didn't see it too much. The vampires certainly did seem to be more aggressive playing while we were playing as the dwarves. They were attacking Stirland and just Ostermark and everyone else around them. Or at least the Empire around them. The Greenskins were attacking us about as much as they usually do from what I saw, but if they're not as aggressive as before, they should be better at defending their territories. That's going to be something I might just have to continue playing in my own time to, you know, go up to turn 120 or something and see how long the Greenskins stay around for, because I believe what usually happened with the Greenskins is they would win early on, and then they'd try to fight against the dwarves. They'd push the dwarves back. They'd lose against Karazakarak, or they'd lose their armies, and they would never recover. I don't think that would have completely been fixed. The Greenskins are going to probably defend their territory more, but there's still the issues I think the Greenskins have with fightiness and recovering from that. There's also the changes to, I think the Greenskins units are cheaper to recruit, and their buildings are cheaper to make, so they can build up a settlement faster than the dwarves can, which will give them an edge because they'll be able to get their units faster than the dwarves. But yeah, that's still not the big change to the Greenskins. Or the big update to the Greenskins, which I believe is coming. I was going to check something. What was it? Skaven! Skaven slaves. Let's see how much the stats were changed. They were just Skaven slaves. So. Okay, I wrote it down here. Armor 0. Leadership is 35. It was 39 when I wrote it down, but that could be like, you know, the bonus they got from their lord nearby. Speed is 42. I wrote down 47. That would be because of plus 12% speed for Scurry Away, because I believe they were fleeing at the time. Or their leadership was low. I think they're fleeing, but they were near to recovering. 12, that's the same. 12, that's the same. 18 is the same, and 5 is the same. Okay, so at least the Skaven Slaves, they had, their stats were basically the same. Their leadership might have been a little bit higher. But 35 plus 6 for strength in numbers, seemed about the same. Okay. If they had any bonus that wasn't either applied to the Skaven Slaves, or it's there's not that much of an increase in the stats on
I fight for the
standard
greater good.
difficulty. The battles haven't been changed. So, at least, I assume the names have been changed. My understanding is that standard is now... A standard is what hard was. And fast is what normal was. But... And just the name has changed, the background, so there should be a bonus under standard. If that's the case. But, I don't know. If it's only leadership, it should be fine. Yeah, as I said, I don't mind a challenge. I just... As I said, I don't like it if... Just in the base game, it's like... I pair off a Empire army. And it's like... Oh, where... Oh, I'm playing as the Empire, and it's against the Golden Order, and... They have a general and 3 units of swordsmen or something. And I have the same. Whatever, you know. And it's like... Theirs are just better than mine. Because... Difficulty. I just don't find the idea of that fun. Because then it becomes more of a matter of... It's not... It becomes more of a matter of, I feel it becomes more of a matter of overpowering the enemy through brute force and, like, all that, rather than tactics. I know my tactics aren't very good. This sounds... I'm not convincing myself with this argument. Ah, dear. I have a dislike of wanting to building an army of like great swords and demigryph knights and hellstorm rocket batteries. That would be very powerful. It would deal with enemies very efficiently. And I understand people saying if you have the money to be able to do that, then why wouldn't you do that? You're just crippling yourself if you don't. I like making armies which look as the faction would have. So that's why if I'm playing as the undead, I like having zombies in my army, because they're zombies. An undead army without zombies is like... I don't know. An undead army without their zombies. You expect there to be zombies in there. I will, in the late game, most likely change the zombies out for skeleton spears or skeleton swords as the meat shield instead of the zombies. However, I will still try to keep a center core of these basic units. The way I see it is, if I'm able to win a battle against a tougher opponent with zombies or skeletons in my army, I'm making better use of the cheaper units. Rather than building an army of Graveguard and, just having better units pound for pound. Anyway, that's enough of my reasoning behind all of it, as I believe it to be. I just like building thematically appropriate armies. That's about it. As I said, I played this game a lot for the spectacle, and an army of demigryph knights to me, or steam tanks, while amusing, I could imagine doing it for the laughs. It's not something I do frequently. Anyway, that's enough of that. School's out. I'm not lecturing, that's just how I play it. The other people are free to do what they want, I don't care. You play the game how you want and how you enjoy it. I play it how I enjoy it. That's the most important thing. Anyway, thank you very much for joining, and I hope you'll join me again next time. I might do another stream of the Proving Grounds beta. We'll see. I think I'm going to split this up into 2 parts for YouTube, just so that it's one focus on dwarves and one focus on dark elves, so people can view the one which they want. Anyway, I'll stop the recording here.